Stand by, please. Camera set. Action.
In 2009, David's video Cronulla Ferry won the Sutherland Shire Marine Association Advertising Award. The same year, the biography film titled My Story won the Chuck Barry Award, also in Sydney. In 2014, as mentioned earlier, he created the biography documentary for Liu Jiapei, the famous Chinese calligrapher. The documentary title was The Life of Art. In 2015, he was a guest videographer Miss Asia pageant in Australia. This was broadcasted on Australian TV. In 2017, it was a big year for David. He founded the Australian Chinese Association of Film Art with the view to unite artists, deliver lectures from guest speakers, but also to exchange creative ideas. And lastly, and not least, was to promote cultural value.
Scene, shot 2, and take a 10. Action.
David, as a filmmaker, has always said that everyone has a unique and wonderful journey to share with everyone. The key is not only to explore the themes, but also the method of expression. This is the genius of a master film producer. This is when the ordinary becomes extraordinary. Although David has created many films, his most proudest and most representative was created in 2014. These are the actual DVDs that portray the master calligrapher Liu Jiapei. The film is based on the heartfelt appreciation of a son to his father. The goal of the project is to continue the legacy of Chinese traditional calligraphy and praise the artist's life, his work ethic and his massive repertoire. It also shows the value of this work played in modern society. The film was made in cooperation with the Australian and the Chinese government. In fact, it has many exotic locations in China. Therefore, this film was formally congratulated by the Deputy Consul of the Australian Consulate in Guangzhou.
澳大利亚驻广州总领事馆在这里宣读贺词。
David used many and various filmmaking techniques to express his vision, as well as create an atmosphere by using interesting lighting and exciting camera movement. One of those camera movements being aerial photography. He also incorporated special effects in post-production, an amazing voiceover with a beautiful soundtrack to create more emotion.
师传授，将自己奉献给中国的书画艺术。现在就让我们
李家培先生係其中嘅佼佼者。
李家培书画展于今天在廣東畫院隆重。
佢以無比嘅毅力，一直默默耕耘。 以一筆修煉心性，將藝術創作不斷嘅升華，
把藝術指導宗旨，從家培書法藝術當中不難體現。
In 2018, David created his ongoing TV series, which include programs such as The New World of Art, Entrepreneurship, Life Discourse, and Tasty Australia. The purpose is to promote tourism, culture, and create business opportunities, but above all, to portray the beautiful lifestyles that we have here in Australia. This is David's actual mission, but also to give back to the government, which has given him so much in terms of education. David likes to share his knowledge by teaching his students. Back in 1993, David created and managed his own art school. He taught the fundamentals of painting, as we can see here, but also the basics of drawing. Today, he still teaches after 30 years of experience and wisdom in the fine arts, photography, and screen and media. David also likes to create good characters by building strong moral and good ethics in society. Without a doubt, David's passion is filmmaking. Right now, as you can see, we are standing in David's home theatre. This is a massive home theatre that he owns. This is where he invites his friends, where we have dinner, and afterwards we watch our films. Afterwards, we discuss Look, right now I stand at the balcony of David's home. Even though it is a small area, to David it's like he's standing in front of a whole ocean, and this is where inspiration is constantly flowing for him. This is where he enjoys his daily cup of coffee in a nature-filled environment, which is quiet and elegant as well. For David, these are the little joys of life that constantly overflows him with creative juices. He often reads and writes here in this serene environment. He also plans his students' work. In this area, he also marks and gives feedback, constructive feedback to his students. Even giving brief comments of empowerment and encouragement. To David, this is important so their students can continue their journey of artful living. Life as living in between mountains and rivers. Sky, always beautiful, but sometimes monotonous. However, there is always sunshine and bright light. Life, like rolling mountains with peaks and valleys, the most beautiful scenery is at the peak. Ocean is like the human mind facing infinite distance. It is wide, quiet, turbulent, and rushing like the road that life must travel. The sea is not only a kind of colour, it has a kind of spirit. It is life. David's pursuit and dedication to his career of film and art is also a spirit of constant pursuit of incredible breakthroughs. It is the life of a film artist who puts into practice his ambitions. This kind of life never ceases to capture and depict the best of this world, then share it with humanity. I wish this film producer and photographer to continue to work hard to make history for the Australian and Chinese Film Art Society.